Okay, how would you like to make something like this for your mantelpiece, for the center of your table? I'm going to show you how to do it. It's a piece of cake, and I'll give you a little tip here. They sell really good. All right, stick around. Okay, guys, today I'm going to show you how I make centerpieces. This could be a mantelpiece, or it could be a centerpiece on a table, maybe a dining room table, or it could be like a coffee table, but it depends on how big you make it. And it's real simple. For the most part, we're going to use this reclaimed piece of red oak, some candles, and a little bit of twine. So, all right, here we go. Okay, so first thing we want to do is take our rough stock here and decide how big of a piece we want. So for this one, well, let's measure it out. I think this is about 3 feet long. It's 31 inches. So not quite 3 feet. And the other thing is we want to have 3 candles, 4 candles, 5 candles. It just depends. So I think this one, let's take a look here. I think I can get this to be a nice 4-piece set. And I don't want to go the full 3 feet here, roughly 3 feet. Let's go 24 inches right here. Let's do it. So I'm just going to cut it down to 24 inches real quick, and let's take it from there. Okay, there it is. Now I cleaned up both ends. After I cut it at 24 inches, I went ahead and just cut the other end. I wanted to look clean. So we're just barely under 24, like 16th-ish. So, all right. So the next part here is my favorite part. You get to use one of my favorite tools, a resurfacing tool. That's got a buffing wheel on it. I'm going to use this one here, which is 120 grit, and I'm just going to clean this thing up. I'm going to strap it to the table and go at it. So I'm going to save you the boring part here. I'll sand it and get back at you. Let's do it. Okay, so I've got it all sanded down. I went ahead and used a wire brush first, or wire wheel, like a nylon, I guess, and really got into the grain. And then I went back and sanded this down with a 280 grit wheel. So I want it to be nice and smooth, and I don't want anybody to get any splinters on it. So with that said, with this being roughly 24 inches, the next thing we need to do is we're going to look at how far in we want to put our candles. So if I do 4, they might be kind of close. This is just after looking at it. Might be a little close. Okay, so I've made a decision. I am going to do 3. So what I want to do is mark this out and find myself the center, which we know it's just roughly a 16th under 24 inches. So we'll just say 12 inches right here, okay? And I'm going to mark that right here on the center. There we go. Okay, I'm going to worry about putting the other 2 in here as soon as I get this center part fixed. So by fixed, I mean we're going to drill a hole in it, something to recess this, okay? So, all right. Okay, now we'll say getting this clamped down in the right spot, it can be a little bit cumbersome, but I got it clamped on, and I've got some micro adjustments under here to get this centered again. And we're just going to drill that down to really the depth of this Forstner bit is about perfect for what I need. So here we go. Oh, it's kind of rough. Okay, so we got it done. Now let's yank it out, get some measurements on it, and get it 2 more times. Okay, so we're back at the table here. And I hope you can hear me with this mic. Got the neighbor here mowing, so we're just gonna muscle through it, okay? So make sure it fits, it does, and I do have that candle just a little bit proud of the hole so I can pull it in and out to change it. So Now what you want to do is you want to get these candles about the same width from here. And what you really need to do is just figure out one side how you want it, and then make your measurement, and then make it the same on this side. Capiche? So here's what I'm going to do. From center to center, these are 2-inch candles. They're 2 inches wide. So from center to center, okay, if I measure 5 inches from center to center, that means that right now there's only 3 inches between the edges, right? But I want to measure where the center of my Forstner bit's going to drill into the wood, because if you mess this up, then you're going to be 1 inch off. So remember to account for this. I'm going to measure with this from the edge of this candle to the center, which will be 4 inches. So with that, here I am at 4 inches. That'll put me to the center of this candle and leave me a 3-inch gap between them. So I will take my marking knife and I will mark it here at 4 inches, okay? And then I will do the same on this side. I'll just draw it over and put it at 4 inches, okay? Now, okay, so now that I've got my 2 marks here, I just need to make sure they're centered here, which you just find half of the board here, and then we'll go drill these 2 holes out, and they're going to be roughly the same distance from the center, and that's all you got to do. So, okay, got 3 holes in it. Now this is where it all ties together, okay? So get yourself some of this twine right here. It can be whatever thickness you want. This is just some kind of cording that I get in these big rolls, okay? You can get it at Hobby Lobby, you can get them at like Menards, Lowe's, all kinds of stuff. So, I don't know, cut off a few feet of it here, enough that you're going to be able to wrap around the end a couple times. I'm going to wrap it 4 times, so follow me on this, okay? So there's 3 finger widths. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to grab 3 finger widths, okay? I'm going to run it on the bottom here. And let's just make sure I have enough. We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's enough. Okay. So I've got it wrapped around, and this is what you want to do. Make sure that they're not twisted here, okay? Make sure they're in the right spot. Oh, there we go. Okay. Pull them good and tight. Okay. Just like that. I like that. So give yourself 3 finger widths here. All right. And what I'm going to do is start with my first one right here. And we're going to staple it. Okay. There we go. You're going to put 3 staples on there. You can put more if you want. I mean, you don't got to be redundant on it. But, so we've got our 3 finger widths. And now, turn it over. Make sure we have the appropriate amount on the top. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Just like that. Follow. We'll run it around to the back. Pull it good and tight. And let's staple that one in. Okay. Now, just trim it off. Okay. Now this stuff can slide around a little bit. Looks kind of loose. That's fine. And I have always just added a couple more in the middle here. Just into these. 1, 2, 3, 4. That keeps the bottom kind of flat. I don't know if flat's the way you want to say it, but it keeps all this so you don't have 2 bulging out and then the other 2 strapped down. So these are going to stick up just fine. So we're going to do the same on the other side. Just like that. Really, any of you guys can do this. So makes a nice centerpiece just like this. Okay, so get out there, make something fun. So there it is.